Alright, I just left the trailhead here. I got a shuttle from the Brushy Creek Lodge. Ladies and gentlemen, Bell Mountain viewpoint. And here's a crushed up car with some bullet holes in it. 2 fire pits, look at that. Is that fancy? That's almost too fancy for me.
Look at this, guys. I found a stick bug.
And so I continued on to Big River, which said that it almost always has water, and it doesn't. Anyway, so this is all the water I got left. And yay, there's water. Nice, clean, refreshing water. 14 miles to the Wolf Creek Hollow. And I just arrived there, and there's people in my spot. The first people I've seen this entire trip. I gotta go lay down for a little bit before I have dinner, so I am exhausted. Hopefully I can get up and make dinner after a little bit. I'll catch up with you later. Good morning, adventurers. It's about 7 o'clock. It's very overcast. And I'm not feeling great. I have a headache. Don't really have any energy. I'm just still pooped from yesterday. I didn't really sleep great last night. I kind of woke up every hour or so, tossing and turning. But I just took some Advil, drinking some water. I think I might lay here for another hour or so, and hopefully I feel a little bit better. Because I surely don't feel like hiking right now. I slept for about another hour and a half. It's 8:30. And I woke up, and I was feeling better, and I was just saying to myself I should start packing up and have some breakfast, head out. And then it started raining. I just want to take it easy today, so I think I'm just going to lay in here for a little longer, see if the rain stops. Just kind of take it easy on myself. Maybe do 4 today, another 12 tomorrow, or maybe do 6 today and 10 tomorrow. I'm going to have some breakfast bars here and see what happens. I ate my breakfast, and then I was sitting here thinking, you know, I got all day, I'm going to take it easy. And decided to check the weather on my Garmin, see what it looked like for the day. And it says it's supposed to rain all day. It actually says that it wasn't supposed to start raining until about 11. And it's supposed to rain all day until about 7 o'clock tonight, which is about when it gets dark. So I'm gonna pack up and start heading out right now. And I'm gonna hike as far as I can until I don't want to hike in the rain anymore. Right now it's just kind of sprinkling, so it's not that bad. Alright, folks. So my tent was right there. Nice little campsite. I put it in the space here in the trees so I could see the stars all night, which was actually really nice. It was clear all night, and it was a beautiful night. But it started raining in the morning, and that hole didn't do me any good. Anyway, all packed up, ready to go. Heading back to the trail over here. It is 9:20. Took me about 20 minutes to pack up. And here's the trail. Alright. Time to head out. Let's see how far we can do today before I throw in the towel. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Brooks Creek. Very beautiful creek, indeed.
Gorgeous, gorgeous area.
When I got shuttled up here the other day, the shuttle driver told me that he shuttled somebody, the exact same shuttle I had, on Monday, 2 days before I was here. And it was a guy from Florida. I wonder if this is his hat. Florida Gators. Interesting. Well, maybe he'll come back for it. If you're watching, Florida guy, your hat is on the tree. So I didn't really go over what happened last night. I overdid it, and I got to the campsite and I couldn't do anything. All I could think about was setting up my bed and just laying down, and that's what I did. And then I kept telling myself I need to get up and eat dinner. I gotta make dinner. And I never did. I never did have dinner last night. I think the deal was I was a little dehydrated. It was a long day. I pushed hard. And there was about three and a half mile stretch where I ran out of water when I passed Panther Creek by accident. So I wasn't able to fill up. And then I got to Big River, which I thought would be a big river. But no, it was bone dry. So I ended up making it to the next water hole where I did get water, but that was a three mile stretch where I was out of water. So I think that's what mostly did it. You know, once you're dehydrated, you can't really just drink water and reverse it. It takes a while for it to absorb into your body and your body to go back to normal. So I think that's kind of what happened last night. Is I got dehydrated and I didn't stop. I still went like another 5 miles after that. So that's why I decided to kind of take it easy today. I kind of drank water throughout the night last night. Like I said, I was waking up every couple hours or every hour or two, it seemed like. But I kept drinking water every time I woke up. I do feel much better, I'll tell you that. But I still don't want to overdo it today. I'm taking it real easy. Fortunately, everything's all wet. There's no place to sit down. Boo.
Alrighty, folks, here we are, Henderson Creek. Pretty nice little creek. And I was pleasantly surprised to see a bridge here. I had seen on the map about some water crossings coming up, and I wasn't expecting a bridge. That was very nice. Thanks, Ozark Trail Association. Thanks for the bridge. Ooh, look at these guys. These things are called stump puffballs. Very interesting. I've seen a couple of little tiny ones here and there, but I've never seen this many and that big. It's really cool. Here's my size 13 shoe for comparison. Awesome. There's obviously a prescribed burn here. It looks like maybe the spring, but there's charred remains everywhere and very little undergrowth. So maybe this spring or maybe late last year. Yeah, see these logs here are all charred. Just kind of got into a nice, beautiful place that has some awesome fall colors. It's a little early for the fall season this year, but down here anyway. But here's some reds and yellows. Very pretty. Alright, so quick little update. I am at 30 miles. So 10 more to go to the car. But we still got tomorrow, remember? But I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I made it past the 4-mile marker, so I could stop at any point, and then I'll just have to do the remainder tomorrow. It's only 10 miles, so I should be able to do that tomorrow, no problem. But I think I still got a mile or two in me. I am starting to get a little tired, but we'll give it another mile or two, see how I'm feeling. I got a big uphill coming up, so that might change things. Camel up. Alrighty, folks. I found a great spot to set up my tent. So I decided to set up camp and take it easy. I figured I could leave it open later on, maybe around 4 or something. I could pack up and do a couple more miles or something. But right now I think it's, what, about 1 o'clock. Just gonna lay low here for a while, maybe take a little nap, have some lunch, get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yeah, just kind of hang out here and stay dry. Good morning, adventurers. It's about 7:15. I got up at about 6:30 at like first light and started packing up, had breakfast. It's now 7:15 and I'm already heading out. I was tired of laying in that tent. I ate lunch, I took a nap, and I woke up at about 5:30, and I was like, well, it's kind of too late now for me to pack up, and I only had another hour and a half of light, so I couldn't pack up and do any more miles. So I just kind of relaxed, went back to sleep. So I pretty much slept like 15 hours. So early this morning I kept waking up. I was having trouble staying asleep. So I thought, first light, I'm gonna pack up and head out. Got 8.5 miles to go. I am almost out of water, but there should be a water source in about a mile. Man, I kind of wish I would have hiked 1 more mile yesterday. Here's the campsite. It is a beautiful campsite. A couple great tent pads. Fire ring, I wasn't using the fire, but... And they got water right down there. Pretty cool. This is Gunstock Hollow, and this would be Gunstock Creek. Apparently, legend says that if you travel upstream a ways, you can find some old rifles stashed up there. Well, folks, I actually found an old road. You can kind of see it here. You see the little embankment on this side, and then it's kind of flat. Looks like an old road. Used to come through here. So I walked up that for a while, and it's right along the Gunstock Hollow Creek here. But I don't see any guns, rifles. I don't know where they would be, if they're leaning up against a tree, if they're just laying in the leaves. I don't know. I don't really know what to look for. And I don't really want to go too far because I still have 7.5 miles to walk today, so I don't really need to add to that. I've never been one to have problems keeping my shoes tied. This is the 3rd time today, and probably the 20th time this whole trip. I don't know what is going on with my shoelaces. But they just will not stay tied. The people that were camped in my spot the other day passed me the next day, and then today I just passed them as they were packing up their camp. Then they passed me again when I stopped to fill up for water. So that was kind of nice. Really nice people, but only people I've seen out here the whole time. I'm kind of right on their tail, so I'm just kind of standing here, giving them some space. I don't want to be right behind them. And it's kind of nice. They'll hold me back a little bit from pushing too hard. I got about 4.5 miles left, 4.5. And I'm starting to get that anticipation because I got some clean clothes waiting for me in the car. A cooler with hopefully some cold Coca-Colas and a couple cans of Dinty Moore beef stew waiting for me in the car. And that sounds really good. I really enjoy the higher areas of this trail. When you get up on top of the mountains and it's a more arid, little more arid, rocky climate. I really like those areas. The trees get a little more sparse. You got the nice wind blowing through. And then there's the low-lying areas between the mountains, which are kind of swampy and remind me of back home in Minnesota. Muddy, swampy. Alrighty folks, we come to an actual water crossing. Looks intense. Let's go. Sharp rocks. Look at these big mounds of moss. It's like from another planet. It's just a place where a tree is fallen over, and those are its roots. And moss has just covered the entire ball. They're all over here too, see? Alrighty folks, here we are. We got about a mile left to go. And here's the other memorial at the other end. John Roth Memorial Section. It's even on a big circle thing here. Awesome. So, made it to the end. Sitting here cooking my beef stew, reflecting on the trip. And I had a really, really good time. Second day was a little rough. At the end, got a little dehydrated there, but bounced back. This trail is really awesome. It was extremely well defined. There was only about 2 places that I kind of lost where the trail was going, and they were both at road crossings. You really just have to look. The one wasn't really marked at all. I just kind of found it, which it could probably use a little better marking, but the other one was marked, so I ended up finding it pretty easily. Landscape was beautiful. I loved the lower lying areas. It reminded me of the Spear Hiking Trail, the wet marshes. I really enjoyed the higher peaks of the mountains, and they were more arid. There was a couple cactuses. The beginning part of like by Bell Mountain was really gorgeous. Had lizards were going everywhere. Not a lot of wildlife, but a lot of insects. A lot of spiders, centipedes, millipedes, millipede snakes, all sorts of spiders and insects. I did hear, I believe it was coyotes the very first night. I believe it was a pack of coyotes. I also believe it was, they were communicating that they were circling my camp and they were about to attack. No, I don't think that's what that's what it kind of sounded like at the time. But I really enjoyed myself here. I'm going to have to come back and do another section of the Ozark Trail, because this really is a nice trail, and it's really, I think, rather unknown, because by reading those memorials I saw, I think it was just really started in the late 70s, and nobody really knew about it until John Roth, which is this memorial section. The middle fork is called the John Roth Memorial Section because he created the Ozark Trail Association and reinvigorated maintaining the trail and got that all together. So now they maintain the trail, and it was maintained beautifully. Really great hike. I'm definitely going to be coming back here and doing another section of the Ozark Trail. And I hope you guys come back and do a hike with me and check me out next week on Happy Trail Backpacking.